We're off early morning carp fishing this morning for the whole day. I'm going to experiment and explore. I've got a lovely lake that I know here, which I'll explain later. I'm going to take fly tackle and everything to really experiment. So here we are, the moon just disappearing as the mist is in the veils here. Well, here we are, 7:30, beautiful lake this one. We've fished it before, called it Carp Bonanza. I wanted to get this spot again to have a very pleasant spring morning down here as the sun rises, and try all sorts of different techniques today. That guy's been sat there too long, it's a bit fussy this morning. We've got set up down here now, it's a beautiful misty morning. All the tackle there, different rods have got set out, including a fly rod today. We're going to have a bit of fun playing with a fly rod and floating, and fish will take a fly as well as floating bait. So we've got quite a mixture of tackle today. I've got my medium barbel rods here, good for carp fishing. Love them because they've got enough power that I can feel plenty on them. I use those mainly with floating crust or just under the surface with luncheon meat. My heavier rod that I want to try out with a bigger fish here today with some prawn, maybe some boilers, and a light float rod as well down here, some sweet corn. We've also got some fly tackle to try out. I want to use a light fly rod and see if I can have some sport with some smaller fish on that. And if I catch a larger one, well, I'll have a bit of a fight on my hands, won't I? And I've got Rosie joining me later, and Rose and Phil as well. Got some new tackle for them from England. They wanted to have a go because they enjoyed it so much last time that they're going to come down. And this is an ideal lake for the novices. It's so full of fish, it's so well stocked, they're all good condition, not overfished. It's a great place to bring family to starter or guest to have a first go. Once they've been here, I assure you they'll be hooked for life. Maybe too easy in a way because they'll expect it as easy in the future. But certainly a lovely place to visit, and I recommend it. Well, I just put on a prawn to see how it would do out here on a ledger, and within 5 minutes a bite on it. So it proves that the fish like prawn. Not a very big fish, I thought it was a bigger one, but it'll do. Nice start. There we go, set up. So only a small carp. I was hoping only the bigger ones are going to take the prawn. But it's the start to the day. I'll put him back in quick. There we go. I'm going to use a very simple sliding ledger rig, and onto that whole cooked prawn. Normally big hook I'd put the horn right through that way, but I'm afraid these fellas, smaller hooks, I don't want to damage the carp. Not quite working that way, so I'm just hooking through the tail like that, and that just worked. So let's whack that one out. About 3 foot from the shore. Set it up. I've got those carp rods set up, both with prawn on. We'll see what happens there. In the meantime, I'm just going to have a bit of fun and try fly fishing here. See what happens. Probably nothing, but there's a few fish moving about on the surface. It was a bit cool yet, the frosty night. I'll give it a little go, boiling it. What I'm going to do is put a little bit of bread on there and he comes up for that. You see what happens, they're like piranhas here. A little bit of bread in there, look, and they go mad. There's no carp showing there yet, just the roach and rod. Lots of fun here. Put a piece of bread onto the fly rod, and we'll just see what happens. Later on, I'm sure when it's a bit warmer, we'll pick up some. There we go. There we go. Only just one carp to take it. Yeah, you're into a carp on the fly rod. What fun! Now we're off and caught. And that's the thing, you know, if you're fishing for smaller fish, then why not use lighter tackle, because you'll get much more sport that way. On the big carp rod I'd hardly feel this, but on this little light fly rod it's ideal. Feels like a 10-pounder on here, but it's only a couple of pounds. Yeah, a nice wee carp on the fly rod. I had a take on the prawn just then too, so get this little fellow off. So only a small fish, but on the fly rod, what fun. Beautiful place to be. We'll be here all day. It's going to warm up soon. Bit of frost this morning, but the fish are still feeding well. So another go for these carp on the bread. There we are again, carp on the fly rod. And that's the thing, even these small fish. Another nice little carp. And we're in on the fly rod again. Little common carp. They really are beautifully conditioned fish, aren't they? Well, you can see the mist behind me. It's beautiful, so I took up my pan pastels. I wanted to give them a go on a scene like this. And I'll just have a go at a quick pastel here while I'm waiting on the carp on these rods. So we'll have a go at this lovely misty scene back here. I've got fishing rods behind me. I'm going to have a go at a pan pastel on here. Right, quickly before the light changes, because I've got the sun rising with the mist and I want to try and capture that. Frosty morning here. So I'm using green paper because it's very handy to just let it glow through in this technique. We've been trying to get that misty effect over here of this landscape. So that's what I've been trying to capture in the mist earlier, and we've actually got this. Pan pastels. Just finished the pastel and one took the prawn. Perfect timing. It's a big fish again, but it's quite nice. Nice common, only a couple of pounds, but not too big yet, I'm sure. But what sport? The fish spent his day, but in a place like this, the birds singing in the background, the sun's now well up and it's starting to warm up, and we can catch as many carp as we want on any tackle we like, so I can't recommend this place more. I've just thrown a slice of bread out there, so let's see what happens to it. The fish start coming up to it. These fish do tend to go mad of an evening rather than this time of the day, but even so, just look at that, like piranhas. See if the big carp get interested. You can see some quite decent sized fish coming up. Be a carp coming up to that bread in a minute, even as close as this. A bit of fun with some floating cross just out here. See if we can get anything on. Yeah. Gotcha. And again another really beautifully conditioned fish shining in the sunshine here. Look at that. Quickly as that. There we are. There we are, another shining beauty in the sunshine, look. What a nice long bread. There we go again, another nice fish. Right out first. There we go. Floating crust is the best. A little go now with a couple of bits of sweet cod, some smaller stuff. I light tackle here. More sport again. That's a small fish, but it's so only a small fish, but ideal on that light tackle. I'm still going for these small stuff on the light rod. There's another one out. Just a small one down there. These little fish on light tackle are fantastic fun, about £1.50, and little better fish this time. There we are then. That's what we're after, look Rose.
Wow.
Rose has just arrived. So they're going to start fishing as well.
Whoa, that's a biggie.
He's got his waitress there putting the bait on for him. And they're still messing about. Just look at those fish over there.
That's not working. Oh, Peter's got another one. We've got something.
I've got another one here while I was talking, while I was filming. Can't get anywhere, look. He's still on there. Oh, you still got them all right? Oh yeah. Did you bring your net with you? I have to borrow that big one of mine. She's pleased now. Bring it into the net. Got to put it over the net. That's it. That's the way, expert. That's the way. Always going now. That's it. Bring it over the net. Yeah, she's got it.
My first fish!
Yes. On your new rod. Wonderful. Go on with you. Catch a fishy pretty. Give me a kiss.
No.
Rosie's in. Did we get the net?
Hello, fishy.
But well done. All in your own.
That's a prawn.
Yeah. It looks like a fish to me. We're not going to eat it, are you? Come on, Phil, you're one down now. And another little one. I'll have to zoom in for the size of this one. Always keep the pressure of the rod at right angle so that it doesn't break the line. There you go. Whoa! Big enough net, you see. I expect to catch a bigger one.
I think mine was slightly bigger.
Yes, just a bit. But he'll catch you up yet. Plenty of time yet.
Hey, there he is.
So 1-all. Bit more. That's it. There you go. Well done. That's a nice fish. They're all nice fish, she says.
Yes, they are all nice fish.
If you can get it out.
Lovely fish, this one.
Yeah, it's beauty, isn't that? Really good. Oh, good condition. It'll be in the water in a minute anyway. Gotcha. We'll have a go with this then in a minute. Put some sweet corn in. You do all on your own this one because they're not a fight on that rod. Rosie's got one on the sweet corn. She's going to know all about it with that. So it's a good one for that rod. Wow, that's the biggest one on that rod. I don't know who's prettier.
What, the fish or me?
Fish. Gosh, good fish. This back like that. In the sun. Another nice fish on now on the prawn, on the running ledger. Just the right sort of fish on the crossing the line. Ooh. Give me a good fight, this one. I've got a good one on here now. On that prawn, you said.
Yeah.
Robson Green, eat your heart out.
I'm not going to. There we got him. Ooh. What a beauty. That makes it all worthwhile. It's all due to this man saying he's prawns.
Yeah.
Yes, a beautiful fish. Wouldn't have gotten that far. It's not, I don't know, tantrums. Right, at last we've got a larger fish here, but on prawn. It's a lovely, lovely fish. It's a deer. There we go again. That's a nice fish on. It was the last fish of the day. That's a nice fish on. It was the last fish of the day. Nice plump golden fish. This looks like a wild fish the way that it's deep in colour. There we go then. And that can go back in. Oh, there's somebody else's little hook in there from the past. I'll take that out of the fish. Well, there we are then. It's been a lovely day. I really enjoyed myself. Got my largest carp in this lake anyway so far on the prawn. And the fish are still feeding, but I've got a curry to cook tonight, finish off, and guests coming. I've already seen the start of that, so I'd better go. Well, I'm going to do some worm on the Sedelle. I don't expect to catch anything. It's just so beautiful to come down here, take some photographs and simply enjoy the ambience of the place. We've got one fisherman, a local expert, he's had one. The French tend to come down here a few weeks ago at the beginning of the season and clobber everything. They take and they eat everything. So by the time you get a few weeks into the season, they wipe everything out in these rivers. There's 4 or 5 fishermen down here today and they obviously know what they're doing. But that isn't the worry. The point is it's a beautiful place to fish. And just enjoy the ambience. And let's have a little walk around and I'll take some photographs and show you how lovely it is. So that was a crap. just going to go down to a mill pond now that we haven't fished for a while. See what the wild carp are doing. Here we are at the chateau again, and looking over the pond to our left, I've just noticed some nice fish, about 7 or 8 pounds, right over the far side. So we'll creep round to see if we can get at them. Let's see if I can just show you them now, where they were. I can't see them now, but they were right over that corner. In fact, there's one just at the end of the trees there, look. You can just see its shadow coming out there. So there's some nice fish, oh, there's just in front of the trees here too, look. So there's some fish there. Let's go down and have a little look before we start fishing. One of them's seen us already, I think, heard my footfall. Let's see what we've got down here. Where the water just comes in. This is where they were, just down here. I don't think we can see them very well. So we ought to be casting just out by those trees over there. I'm trying a bit of prawn today. Here we are then, ready to fish. This little spot, beautifully secluded down here. Just enveloped in this canopy of trees, and I want to try and get a bait out to that dead tree over there. So what I'm going to do is whack out a whole prawn. So I haven't tried those here yet. Just up beside that tree. Well, these carp are cruising only just out here in front of my float. It's just finding out what they're going to feed on. We tried bread last time and maize and all sorts, and they didn't take it. I'm going to put a big bunch of worms on this rod and see if we can get it out there at a reasonable place. So I've got a float with prawn on right out there, and another one beyond that branch there, and one in the middle. So you can see them over there. Not huge fish, but nice. Well, I fished for an hour or so here with worm and with prawn, but no luck. It's beaten me again. I'll keep trying on these fish. I know the way to catch them is just finding the right bait in the right moment. I might try fishing from the pontoon over there and casting right across with some boilers another time and wait. There's got to be a way. Certainly feeding on something, perhaps it's just small insects in here. But only a matter of finding the right way. I'm just enjoying myself here anyway.